here. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Go ahead. Switch up. Slam.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Better draw something else back.
And it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10.
Check 50. Twelve. 57. Mike, 57.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Check out. 675.
Luck on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Luck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. The field goal is there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And
going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Colts nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Hey, Echo.
Love. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. The 40. 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Complete to Eric Ebron. First down and goal to go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
40, easy, alert. Kill. On. He's coming. Double up.
They'll go with Foreman. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. After the run, Luck on a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Love. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start the drive with Anderson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Going to 53. 58, come on, 58. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. SOS. Reggie. He's checking.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. P.J. Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was coming, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down.
47.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Right, kill.
Now Prescott. Out left to Anderson. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Cincinnati.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They run with Anderson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. Quiet in. Yeah, Mike. Ready? He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Hey, Phil.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Monday. 11 feet.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Pull it high. 11. Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Locke looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 80 weapons.
Here's Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. No. Off. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Sponge. No. Run, man. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance.
On second and 1, Luck. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's another Colts first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Kill.
Here's Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check the backer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to them a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Luck now to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. On first down, Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Campbell. And he's midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Again, Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
11. Come. Check 26, 25, check 22.
Here's Hines. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on second down, Luck looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Twelve.
From the red zone now, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give to Anderson here out of the gun. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott completes this one to Meredith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Bengals.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, kill.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. L.J. Collier, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a pressure gets to him again. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Prescott from the gun. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd down and 4. Luck to the right side to Eric Ebron. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
57's Mike.
Throwing again is Love. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Tighten up. Protein spill. 12.
Luck on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Monday. 57, Mike 57. You.
From the gun, here's Locke. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Jim. Close. Watch twist. On. Check 52.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Throwing
on 2nd and 14. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Luck now to throw. Flushed out right. Ebron's got it. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Luck gonna throw it. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Luck. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
10th carry now for Anderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.